Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Moscow, and today is another comparison video. This time we'll compare Alien Romulus Scorched Xenomorph from the latest movie Alien Romulus. I do not buy second versions of Xenomorphs, even if it is a reissue, because they're pretty close to each other, usually. But this exact version is special because you can make a scorched alien and an undamaged version of the toy. So I picked the second specimen of this toy, and it appeared to be an official reissue. So let's compare. First, I want to say that the original is on the left and was produced in 2024 and released in 2024, and the reissue version was produced in 2024 and released in the early 2025. This came from a Neca online store, and this came from my local supplier. Okay, what can I say? The box art and the printing quality is almost the same. There is a little difference in contrast, but it is not noticeable. First, we can say that a paper hook is watching to the right on the original and also to the right on the reissue version. Left is original, right is the reissue. I don't see any difference in printing. Right side of the box, Alien Romulus and Scorched Xenomorph. Left side of the box, the same as the quality of printing. Back side of the box, you cannot see, but I can say that the original has a little bit colder colors and the reissue version has a little bit warmer colors. But otherwise the same exact quality of printing. Okay. On top is the original, on bottom is the reissue version. And the most important information is on the bottom. You can see that the original was produced on 10th of July in 2024, while the reissue version was produced on 16th of October 2024. The 0 to 3 warning logo is made in thick font, as well as on the reissue. This rim on the recycle logo is very thin, as well as on the original. I can say that the font is just the same, only different data code. The original from Neca store was packed with 2.5 centimeters round scotch, and the reissue version was packed with 3 centimeters round scotch. Okay, now I'll open them and we'll compare. Okay, here are Xenomorphs on blisters, and let's find out if it is a straight repack, or is it a repaint or retooled toy, so let's compare. First I want to mention that the original has this XN51741 number on the blister, as well as the reissue version XN51741. There is a little change in the blister mold. For example, you can see that this area where the dome is supposed to be placed is very straight, and on the reissue version it has these little inserts, and this area is placed like this. Okay, here's the original blister, here's the reissue. Also, as I already opened the original, there is no plastic belts, but I can say that the placement of belts is just the same, except that the original was bent in the area of the elbow, and the arm of the Xenomorph was bent in the elbow, so the belt came here. And on the reissue version, the arm is straightened, and there is no belt In the elbow area, it is placed in the area of the hand. Otherwise, the same exact blister and the type of packaging. And it is packed with double plastic belts, as you can see. Okay, now I'll detach them and we'll move on. Here are the blisters with the accessories. I want to say that this time it is just the same exact blister mold, the same exact placement of the accessories. And we'll compare a couple of hands, chest bursters, and the stand and the piece of the dome, because the paint scheme is just the same, and there are two main hands. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's compare a couple of hands. For example, this one. Left is original, right is Reissue. I don't see any difference at all this time. Okay, now this couple of hands. The same exact situation. Some areas are painted more on the Reissue, like here, and perhaps the translucent plastic a little bit darker on the Reissue version. The original is a little bit lighter, as you can see. Maybe the original is a little bit interesting, because it has more varnish, I think. More matte is the Reissue version. Okay, let's compare this couple of hands. Okay, pretty much the same. As you can see. Yeah, the Reissue seems to be a little bit darker than the original toy. Okay, let's compare one more hand. For example, this one. I don't know why the finger on the Reissue is bent like this, but I think you can improve it with hot water. Okay. But pretty much the same, I can say. Okay, let's compare the stand. Left is original, right is Reissue. You can see 2024 Neca, made in China, as well as on the Reissue version. I can't see any difference. Now the chest burster. Left is original, right is the Reissue. Slight different paint scheme. You can see that the original is painted with this light brown color in this area, and on the Reissue there is no such paint. Okay, but teeth are painted both in silver on both variants. Okay, same exact mold. Very minimal difference. Now let's compare these stand sticks. Pretty much the same. Left is original, right is Reissue. Okay, and let's compare the unscorched domes of the Xenomorph. Left is original, right is Reissue. pretty much the same. I can say that the Reissue version has a little bit darker these lines on the dome, and not so dark on the original. On this side, this brown paint is a little bit darker than on the original, but almost the same. Okay, let's compare these Xenos. Let's start from the face huggers. Left is original, right is Reissue. Some difference in contrast. A little lighter brown on the original, a little darker on the Reissue. This area is painted more with the brighter colors, and on the Reissue there is a lack of this color. And on the opposite side, the Reissue has this more brighter colors. Okay, some difference in contrast in the legs area on the other side, and again the original is a little bit lighter, the Reissue is a little bit darker, but pretty much the same. Now let's compare the scorched domes. Left is original, right is Reissue. The lines on the Reissue are a little bit darker, and in my opinion they are placed a little bit better on the original. You can see this line goes here and a little lower on the Reissue version, and in my opinion the original is painted a little more accurate. Okay, also there is a good varnish on the original, less varnish on the Reissue. You can see this corn in varnish. Okay, but pretty much the same, with this beautiful blue effect. Now let's look on the Xenos. What can I say? In my opinion, it's a straight repack. But of course there is a little change in painting. You can say that it's just a matter of QC. Okay, but let's look on them. Let's start from the tongues. Again, the main scheme of painting is a little bit darker on the Reissue and a little bit brighter on the original. The left is original, right is Reissue. Here are tongues. They're painted quite closely. Let's move them in. Now let's look on the jaws. You can see this rich silver or blue silver color in this area of the jaw. A very darker color on the Reissue version. There is a gray color, like a gray color in the mouth. I like how the original is painted with this bright silver color. On the Reissue it's a little bit darker. Okay. From this side, the same exact situation. Difference in contrast, as you can see. There is a brighter brown color. This brown is darker. Okay, let's compare domes. Left is original, right is Reissue. Pretty much the same. Just a little difference in lines placement. But I can say the count of lines is just the same. Okay, from this side. From the opposite side. Well, now these tubes or bumpers, there is more color or gray blue color on the original, dark on the Reissue. The original has this brown and light blue silver color, blue gray color on the middle of the chest. The Reissue doesn't have it. Okay, this tube on the stomach is almost black on the original and in light brown on the Reissue version. Okay, but pretty much the same. No Neca or fox signs on these figures. Let's compare the tubes. Pretty much the same. The original seems to have more copper color in this area. From this side, this time the original has less copper color, but on the Reissue it is a little bit darker. Now compare the hands, the arms and hands. Pretty much the same. From this side. Okay, legs. Almost the same. And again, more lighter tones on the original, more darker on the Reissue. Perhaps the quality of this translucent plastic is different. On the Reissue it's a little bit darker, or more translucent, I can say. From this side. Left is original, right is Reissue. The same exact situation. Let's watch on the backs. I like how the original is made, where they lightened up these elements with bright silver, gray-blue colors. And on the Reissue they are darker, so you can't distinguish them in better way. Okay, the tails. Left is original, right is Reissue. Okay, pretty much the same. Well, let's move on. Okay, final thoughts. What can I say? The original is painted more accurate. The QC control is better on the original, in my opinion. And the Reissue is just a repack of the original toy. Perhaps there is not such a good QC control. This is why we can explain this difference, slight difference in coloring. But I like how they picked these elements, small details with lighter colors, which is absent on the Reissue version. But I don't know if it is the rule for the whole 2025 Reissue line of the Scorched Xenomorph. If it is not, then it's just a QC issue. Okay, thank you for watching and goodbye.